Hi, hello guys. In this video, we are going to continue with the dictionary. So, in this class, we are going to learn about how to um, access individual elements in dictionary and also how to change it, adding, altering, and deleting of values of dictionaries. Okay, without any delay, let's start. Just a minute. I will switch the screen. Yeah. Okay. First, we will create a dictionary. Okay. Like my dict, my dict equal to, like not like that. Like student. Okay. S- Student equal to like first roll number and then its value 1 2 3 4. Previously we done this comma like same name marks like 98, same as the previous thing. We can access its value by accessing its key. If you want to access a value in dictionary, we have to access through its key. It is like for a list, we will access its index to find its value. Same like that. Instead of index, here we will use its key. Okay, here key serves as index to access the value. When you access the key, you can access the value. Like for example, if you want to print the student's name, then print student with the same as what kind of you given the dictionary. Like for a we given name as string, so we should use the same data type like string name. Control plus yes and fi. Sorry, control plus yes and fi. Yeah, we got the output. See, Ram is printed. Let's move back to the coding. Sorry, just a minute. Yeah, now you can see the output and coding. Okay, this is the code and output you already seen. Ram is printed. By this, we can access values from dictionary. Okay, um, we can change its value. Like for example, if you want to change his marks from 98 to 97, then you can write it as student of marks equal to with a new value. Now if you print student marks control plus yes and the fi, now you can see the output. It is now changed to 97. See, mark is changed to 97. By this you can change mark. Same for deleting. If you use del keyword, it will delete. Like if you want to delete its his marks, then del student That's it. Control plus yes. Now if you want to print these student dictionary, you can see now there will be no marks. If you give del student, then the complete dictionary will be deleted. Okay, control plus yes and F5. Now you can see the output. See, in the dictionary there is no marks. Okay, this is the way to access the values from dictionary and to alter it and to delete it. Okay, that's it. Now I hope you can understand these things. Now the dictionary part is completely over. Okay, now let's move towards classes and objects. Before that, we discuss about difference between dictionary and list. List is an ordered set of elements, but dictionary is a data structure that is used for matching one element, which is key, with another, that is value. The index value can be used to access a particular element in list, but in dictionary, represent index. Remember that key may be a number of a string. Okay. List are used to look up a value, whereas dictionary is used to take one value and look up another value, which is like key value pair. Okay. This is the difference between list and dictionary. Okay. Now, I hope you all understand list, tuples, uh, sets, and dictionary. Now, let's move towards classes and objects, which is one of the major part in every programming languages. Usually, C doesn't support the object-oriented programming language. From C++, we have object programming language like C++ original name is C with classes. Okay. Now we are going to learn about classes. Okay, let's move back to the coding. Uh, First I will comment this. Okay, classes and objects. Okay, uh, Python is an object-oriented programming language. Classes and object are the key features of object-oriented programming language. Theoretically, concept of classes and object are very similar to C++, but certain creation and implementation of classes and object is very simple in Python compared to C++. Classes is the main building block in Python. Object is a collection of data and function that acts on those data. Class is a simple template for object. Class is a template for object. Okay. Class just act as a template. Um, Object is also called as instance of a class, which is nothing but the particular value at the particular time of calling the class, which is called as instance. That is object. Okay. Python, everything is an object. For example, all integer value that we use in program is an object of class int. Similarly, all string variables are also object of class string. Okay. This is the basic introduction for classes and objects. Now let's we see how to create a class. It's a syntax, which is nothing but first we have to give. We need to use uh, class keyword. Similar to the function, we use a def keyword to create function. In this case, we will use class keyword to create a class. So class and then class name, then semicolon. After that, coding block will be starter. Okay, statements. That's it. For example, let's create a class, just class sample semicolon, like x comma y equal to 10. Sorry, just a minute. Just 10 comma 20. This is just creating a class. Okay, now this is called class variables. Okay, variables inside class is called class variables. Now we can create an object to this class. To create an object, we need to use a variable, okay, like s equal to, and then class name, like sample is our class name, and then function simple. Okay, this is called class object or class instance. Through this class instance, we can access class variables. Like for example, print value of x. So here we need to use uh, object, which means class and instance, to access variable inside class. Like for example, s dot ex. Now s is the class object that will access the sample class, and inside it we will access the x value. Okay, s dot ex. In the next line, print value of y equal to s dot y. Okay, done. Control plus S and F5. Let's move to the output. See, value of X and Y is printed. By using class object, we can access the class variable values. Okay, to access its value, we need to use class object. We can create multiple class objects for a single class. Okay, a number of objects can be created for a class. This is the way to create a class and class variables, and then how to create yeah class object and to access its variable. Okay, okay, now you can understand. Okay, okay, now you can understand these things very well. If you have any doubt, let me know in the comment section. I will clear it. Okay. Then now let's move towards much more topics on classes. Okay, just a minute. Yeah, now I can switch the screen. Sorry, there is a little bit network issue, so that I can't switch the screen. I know it's okay. Okay, now let's move back to the coding. This is how to access class member. Okay, now we are going to learn about class methods. Okay, in this video, we will focus how to access class methods and then constructor and destructor in Python. After that, public and private data members, and then we will see about sample programs for it. Okay, after that, one of the major topic will be over. Okay, okay. Now we will see how to what is class methods. Okay, let's move back to the coding part. First, I will comment this also. Class methods. Okay. Uh, Python class function or a method, which means nothing but a class method is function inside class is called as class methods. Okay, like a function inside a class is called class method, nothing apart from that. Okay, Python class function or method is very similar to ordinary function with a small difference that the class method must have the first parameter named as self, and also not only self, we can also use whatever we want. Okay, no need to pass a value for this parameter when we call the method. Python provides its value automatically. Even if a method takes no argument, it should be defined with the first parameter called self. In a method is defined to accept only one parameter, it will take its two argument, okay, self under the defined parameter. When you access class variable with a class, method must be prefixed by the class named and dot operator. Okay, let's see. Okay, we already seen parameters are the variables in the function definition and arguments are the value passed to it. Okay, the statement definition inside the class must be properly intended, otherwise it will lead to error. Let's see, let's create a program to find total and average mark using class, like class student. Let name mark 1, mark 2, mark 3 equal to 45, 91, 71. Okay, and then we create a function def, like process. This is the class method. Okay, here we want to use self keyword. This is compulsory. Okay, this is called class method. Not only self, we can use whatever we want, but that should be not again used in anywhere in the program, so we commonly use to self for this purpose. Okay, so just practice with the same. Sum equal to, now we need to use the class name to access the marks. Okay, like student dot mark 1 plus student dot mark 2 plus student dot mark 3. Okay, this is the way to access class variable. Okay, if you want to access a class variable inside a class method, then we have to use class name. Now average equal to sum divided by 3. Okay, now we can print double quote total marks equal to close the double quote comma sum, and then print double quotes average marks equal to comma average. Okay, just creating a class object like a s equal to student. This will create class object. Now if now we want to access the process function so that the total mark and average mark will be printed. So we have to use class object to access class method, like same for the um, previous, to access the mark like s dot, which means object dot function name. That's it. Control plus S and F5. Let's move back to the output. See, now you can see total marks is 207 and average is 69.0. Okay. In this case, we created a class and defined a class variables inside it, and then class method. We must need to use uh, self uh, uh, self keyboard, which is a for which is not a keyword, but we need to use it as a parameter inside a class method. That is compulsory. Not only self, we can use other thing or other variable or name also, but it should be not present anywhere in the program. So it is universally practiced to use self keyword. Okay. Uh, Self, which is nothing but if you create multiple objects and passes multiple values, then this self keyword will helps the program to access the current value to process the things multiple times. Okay. Let's in the upcoming practice we will see how to do it also. Okay. Okay, and also now we will see how to get value and passes it to the function. Okay, so now you can see how to get values and passes to the class methods. Okay, let's create a class to find order even. Okay, I will comment this. First class keyword, then class name. Let's name it as odd even. Now we create a function like def check first self, then here we are passing a number. So num if, sorry, num percentage to double equal to 0, then we have to print num is even number. Okay, then else print num is or number. Okay, now we have to create a class object like n equal to uh, class name, then function like parenthesis. Now we are going to get the number as input, so x equal to int input double quotes entry a number, and then now we are going to pass this value to the function. So usually we will call the function with the object name, which may okay n dot check. This only we usually call, but now we need to pass a value, just place it inside. So control plus yes and F5. Just a minute. Okay. Control plus yes and F5. Now let's move back to the output and see what happened. See this. Now it will ask a number like we will give 8. See check. Sorry. Sorry, spelling mistake. CHECQ. Control plus yes and F5. Sorry. Now let's move back to the output. See enter a number 8. 8 is even number. Now it is printed. Okay. This is the way to pass the values to the class methods. Okay. Now let's move towards constructor and destructor in Python, and then we will see how to create it and what its purpose, and then we will move towards public and private data members. Okay. Okay. Just a minute. I will switch the screen. Okay. Yeah. Now it's okay. Now first I will comment these things. Now first we will learn about constructor and destructor. After that we will see how to use this. Okay, first we start with constructor. Okay, constructor is the special function that is automatically executed when an object of a class is created, like which is nothing but yeah, see here in this case, n is our object. When this object is created, then the constructor function will be automatically get executed. Here, constructor function is nothing but it is also a class method like that. Okay, here when we need to call the when we need to access the class method, we need to call it, but for construction we will don't need to call it. We can directly it will be directly executed when the object is created. Okay. um okay let's see its general form, like here in Python. um there is a special function called init which acts as a constructor. Okay, first I will comment this and we will move with the notes. Constructor, um, it uh, it is a special function that gets automatically executed when the object is created. Okay, this is the first point. Second point is in Python init. Okay, there is a special function called init. Okay, which is not in init. Okay, this is a special function. It um act as sorry act as a constructor. Okay, it must begins and end with a double underscore. Okay, like double underscore sorry double underscore init double underscore like this. This is the way to create constructor. Okay, this function will act as an ordinary function, but the only difference is it is executed automatically when the object is created. This constructor function can be defined with or without arguments. This method is used to initialize the class variable. Okay, like this. Let's see an example. Okay, okay. Now let's see an example. Like sorry. Okay. Now let's see an example like class sample. Sorry, yeah, class sample. Like now we will create a constructor like def double underscore. Sorry, just a minute. Okay, def double underscore init double underscore. Now this function is, I mean, constructor is created, but we need to give a space between def and double underscore init. Okay, def space double underscore init double underscore. Okay, there should be no space in between this init function and double underscore. Then it will not act as a constructor. Def space double underscore and then init and then double underscore. Uh, there is only space between def and double underscore. There is no other space. Now we can give uh, these parameters like self. Now here also we will give like num variable. Okay. Now let's we need to um, create an instance variable for that. Self dot num equal to num. Now this is the thing I previously told you, that this will nothing, this is nothing but instant variable, which is nothing but variable at the given time. Okay. Now we can print it. Print the value is comma 1. Okay, that's it. Now we can create the object. Yes, equal to. Now we can directly pass the value like 10. Okay, now control plus yes and the F5. Now let's see the output. See, value 10 is printed. We didn't call the function. It is just automatically executed. Okay, that is called constructor. He created a here we created a constructor and printed the past value. Here the self dot num equal to num is nothing but instance variable, which is nothing but a, variable at the moment. Okay, this will helps to prevent overlapping of variables. Okay, and this class sample as a only a constructor with one parameter named as num. Constructor get executed the first parameter, the first print statement. It will now the print the value. What is the value? Okay, the passing value to the constructor is assigned to the instant variable self dot num equal to num. It's get printed. Okay, um, we can this um like one more thing is class variable defined within a constructor can keep the count of number of object created like uh, for example now we will create one function one another class example to see how much number of object is created. Okay, let's comment it like now we see one more example. uh, just okay, same as previous class sample num equal to 0. This is a class variable. Now let's create constructor def double underscore init double underscore self comma and value. Now sample to access class variable we need to use class name dot variable plus equal to 1, which is nothing but whenever the object is created constructor will get run. So whenever the constructor is executed, then the value of num is increased by 1. Then now instance variable self dot var equal to var. Now let's print the object value self dot var and then number of objects created. Sample dot num. Okay, that's it. Now we will create three objects like yes, one, sample 15 s2 sample like 35 and then s3 equal to sample 45. Okay, control plus yes and F5. Now let's move back to the output. See, the object value is 15. The first object is created with the past value of 15. So the object value is 15 and the object created is 1. Now the second object value is 35. The count of the objects created equal to 2 because 15 and 35 is the object values for S1 and S2 till now. So till now two object is created and then the object value is 45 for the S3 uh, object. Okay, so its object count became 3. Okay, total count of object created is 3. Okay, this is the way to calculate the number of objects created. Okay, destructor is nothing but it is a special method to destroy the object. Okay, similar to init function, in Python we use double underscore del method that is used as destructor. Just opposite to the constructor. It will delete the object um, before the class, before the program gets over. Okay, it will be automatically get executed when the when we deleted the object reference using the del function. Like, uh, for example, let's see, let's see an practical coding example. Okay, first I will comment this destructor. Uh, okay, it acts set to constructor. Okay, uh, del double underscore, sorry, double underscore, del double underscore, and then function simple. Okay, this act as destructor. Okay, uh, this will be automatically executed when we deleted the object reference. Okay, destructor will be um, automatically executed when the when the object reference is deleted using del. That's it. Let's see on practical coding. Let's just we write the previous thing and see class sample num equal to 0, which is class variable. Okay, this is called as class variable. Okay, this is class variable and then def double underscore, sorry, def space double underscore and then init and then double underscore Okay, init double underscore, then self comma var, then sample dot uh, num plus equal to 1, self dot var equal to var, this is instance variable. Now the value of object is, sorry, self dot var, and then the count of objects created is, comma, dot num. Okay, this is over. This is the previous part we done for constructor. Now here we are going to add the destructor part as well. It will just begin with same as the constructor, def keyword double underscore del double underscore, and then normal braces, and then self. Okay, that's it. Now we were going to um, remove the count, so sample dot num minus equal to 1, because now we are going to delete the number of calls. Okay, so then next we print, just we can print like this, object with value. Now we have to print the value, so we can use percentage d, which is we already seen in the previous section. If you have doubt in this, see the previous videos. Okay, percentage d is exit from the scope, close the double underscore, and then percentage self dot var. Now we will create one object, s1 equal to sample 15, control plus yes, and f5, sorry, just a minute, sample dot no, control plus yes and f5. Let's move back to the output. See here the value of object, the count of object created is 1. So this is till now the constructor part is executed, not the destructor part. Okay. Now you can see this is the same as the previous thing. Like in the top of the screen you can see the object value is 15, the count of object is created is 1. The remaining 2, 3 is now we not created for the this class. Okay. This is the thing for this. Let's create remaining two classes also, like, so that we can similarly learn from the previous thing, like s2 equal to sample of 30, and then s3 equal to sample of 45, control plus s and f5. Let's move back to the output screen. Now you can see those two things are same. I move this screen. See, this is for a previous constructor, and this is also for the same code. Okay, now you can see these two things are similar. Now let's if this is the constructor part, not the destructor thing. If you want to access the destructor part, then just in the definition itself we described destructor will be, sorry. Okay. Destructor will be automatically gets executed when the object reference is deleted using del, which is nothing but just del yes1. Now it will delete yes1. Control plus yes and F5. Now you can see the output. Now I will move to the output screen. See, object with value 15 is exited from the scope. We just printed the value to show the scope. Okay. See, in this case, like I move the screen. This 15, 30, 45 is stored in the self.var. To store these multiple values in the same variable, we will use this self, which will refer for S1 class at that reference. So it is called an instant variable. For that object, it is acts as a variable at that moment. For for the next object, it will also act as instant variable for that moment. Okay, like del S1 is deleted. Now we can also create delete three functions like s2 comma s3. We can delete like this also to delete the multiple values. Okay, control plus yes and f5. Now you can see the output. Just a minute. See, object with value 15, 30, 40. Three values also deleted. Okay, this is the thing with object-oriented programming. There are lots of things we will discuss those things also. And also now we are going to learn about access specifier, which is nothing but private and public data members. Now we will just will give the introduction to that. Okay, and then we will continue more detailing about this object-oriented programming language in the upcoming classes. Okay. Okay, the variable which are defined inside the class is public by default. These variables will be accessed anywhere in the program using dot operator. Okay, which is nothing but the self dot var. Okay, like that. Okay, and then what like a variable prefixed with the double underscore becomes the private in nature. Okay, here we will use the underscore to represent it is a private variable. Okay, for example, double underscore name equal to Ram, then it will become private. That is only accessible to its class part, and after that it's a derived class path. We will also see those topics as well with many parts like class inheritance. Okay, that in next class because the time is already 53 minutes over. Okay, we will just see this class. In this class, we just seen introduction to classes. Okay, let's move back to the coding. I will comment this public and private. So public and private data members. Okay, now let's see an example like class sample. Like now we will create n1 equal to 12, and then now we will create a private access specifier double underscore n2 equal to like 14. And now we will create a function def display self keyword should be used, and then print double quotes class variable like 1. This is variable 1, that is nothing but self dot n1. Now we can print the value of class, sorry, self dot n2. Okay, this will, to access this we need to use double underscore. Okay, now let's create an object s equal to sample. Now we start display, let's see the output, control plus s and fi. Let's move back to the output screen. See, now you can see, as compared to the previous things we done, this is also similar. There is no difference till now. There is no difference between public and sorry. Okay, yeah, I think I'm audible and the screen is visible now. Okay, so till now there is no difference between private and public variables in this case. Now let's see what is the difference between them. When we try to access them from outside of the class part, uh, public variable can be accessed but private is not, like print double quotes value 1 equal to close the double quotes comma. Now class I mean class object dot variable n1. See, control plus yes and f5. Now let's move back to the output screen. See, value 1 is printed. Now let's try to print the private variable, which is double underscore n2. Okay, n2 is the private variable. Double underscore is used to convert it as private variable, n2 as private variable. Okay, this is private. This one is public. Public can be accessed outside of class. Can be accessed outside of class. Cannot be accessed outside of class, which means it can be only accessed within the class. Okay, let's see. Let's try to print it outside of the class, and now that will definitely give an error. Let's see what error that is. Print double quotes value 2 equal to close the double quotes comma value 2 equal to s1, sorry, yes dot double underscore n2 double underscore n2, close this, control plus yes and fi. Now let's move back to the output. See, now you can see trace back most. Okay, uh print value 2 equal to yes dot double underscore 2 attribute error, which means it represent it doesn't has no attribute like that. Okay, which is nothing but n2 is private variable, so it cannot be accessed. Okay, when we try to access the value of n2 from outside the class, Python will throw the attribute error because private variable cannot be accessed from the outside of the class. Okay, I mentioned here it also. It leads error. Okay, uh, sorry, public and private data members. I hope you all can understand these things. If you have any doubt, let me know in the comment section. Okay, we will see those remaining parts in the next section. Thank you.